Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and today I bring you guys my OP12 Vinsmoke Rejiu deck profile for y'all today. If you don't know, Rejiu is one of my favorite leaders of all time, and I've been having a great time playing on the sim with her. This is the current build I've come up with, however, I am testing out different versions. In OP12, we got a brand new Rejiu blocker, which I attempted to put in this deck, but to be honest, I didn't think it was good enough. Not to mention, I didn't find any copies at my local shop. So this is more of an OP11 build, to be honest with you. But I don't think you really need that card in order to play this deck at full capacity. So let's talk about it. So first things first, we have Rejiu herself. She is a 4-life blue-purple leader, 5k power. And it says, once returned, when a Dawn is returned to the Dawn deck, draw a card. That is a very powerful ability because this deck minuses Dawn a lot through the Power Rangers. Germa 66 in general, and basically it allows her to draw every turn to keep up her advantage as a blue leader, which feels really good. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Vinsmoke Judge. This is your boss monster. He is the heart and soul of the deck in the end game. Basically, for 8 Dawn, you play him out, and then you minus 1 Dawn, trash cards from your hand. I believe it's like 2 cards from your hand. Then you minus each Dawn, and each time you minus, you either play a 3,000 power or less Germa 66 character from your trash. So it basically allows you to cheat out like 5 characters a turn, which is pretty powerful. Now, we're only playing 3 characters that could cheat out. So it's technically a 4 summon turn. So on your 8 Dawn, you can go play, minus a Dawn, do its ability, minus, play out 3 little characters, then use their ability to play themselves out to the bigger characters, and then you just go from there, which is really powerful. He also has the activate main once return minus a Dawn to return 1 character with return up to 1 of your opponent's Dawn cards. So basically, it returns a Dawn, which is pretty powerful. It basically rests your opponent's Dawn, which can help you against some events like Gum Gum Giant. Next, on top of the new cards we got in OP11, we got 2 copies of Vinsmoke Ichiji. This is a blocker. If all characters you control are Germa 66, he gains 1,000 power. And also you get to trash 2 cards on the top of your deck, which is really powerful. Now, we are not playing a pure Germa 66 deck, so that ability to gain 1,000 power isn't always live, but he is always a 7-cost, 7k blocker, which feels really good. We're also playing 4 copies of the Rush ETG. This card has always been a fantastic card. It's the heart and soul of the deck when it comes to its aggro ability. Basically, it's a 7-cost 7k that gives minus 2k power to a character. Not to mention it has Rush, which feels absolutely amazing. We're also playing 4 copies of the Little ETG. This is how you cheat it out. Basically, you could activate main, minus a Dawn, trash this card from field. Then you get to basically play one of these ETGs from trash or from hand onto the field, and then they get their bonus effects. So he's a blocker and he's a rusher, which is really powerful. Next, let's talk about the next card we're playing. We're playing 2 copies of Niji, and we're also playing 2 copies of the 2K Niji. And we're also playing 2 copies of the Little Niji. So this is like a little package we're playing because of the brand new Vinsmoke 2K vanilla. I decided to go a 2-2-2 line, which feels pretty good for the deck. This card has the ability that on play, get to return a character with 2 or cost, KO 2 or cost less character, or return a 4 cost back to its owner's hand. Out of the family members, this is the weakest package. However, I felt like if you're playing Judge, you need to play at least 3 of the family members. So we're playing Ichiji, Niji, and of course the best family member, Rejiu herself, because Rejiu is absolutely amazing. This card allows you to draw 3. If your Dawn is less than your opponent, and you have less than 5 cards in hand, draw 2. But you can chain this with your leader ability, so you can literally go chain 1, draw 1, chain 2, draw 2, and you literally draw 3, which is kind of crazy. Another card we got is another 2K from the set. This is Vinsmoke Rejiu the 2K, who on play, if your leader is Vinsmoke family, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a Germa card, add it from your deck to hand, and then trash the rest, which is really solid. So another great 2K for the deck. It's also just a great searcher, which feels amazing. We're also playing 4 copies of the Little Rejiu because this card is amazing as well. I'm going to unzoom real quick just so we have more space on the field. So let's talk about the other package we're playing. We're playing 4 copies of Black Maria. This card is another great 2K for the deck. Not to mention, it allows us to get our Dom back. There's a lot of minusing Dom in this deck because his leader wants to draw cards. And Black Maria says, hey, while I'm on field, you can just ramp back up right to your opponent and be on their ass next turn, which was why Judge feels really good in his deck, because Black Maria basically says you're always going to be at like 8 Dawn, which allows you to judge and just ruin your opponent's day a lot more consistently. We're also playing 4 copies of Porsche. She's a Foxy Pirate. The Foxy Pirate package is still insane. She's a 3-cost character with 5k power. On play, minus a Dawn. Load the top 5 cards to your deck. Add a lovely Foxy Pirate type card to your deck to hand. And then basically cheat out a character with 4,000 or less power, which could be your Ichiji, your Niji, or your Rejiu, or your Black Maria, which is just a very powerful ability. Or your 4 copies of Tony Chopper, who is just a great blocker for the deck, who also, if your Dawn is less than your opponent, ramps to a Dawn. So it's also just a really good blocker there. So really great card overall. Finally, we're playing 4 copies of Vinsmoke Sora, the mother of the family, another 2K for the deck. If you haven't paid attention, that is 14 2Ks. 2 right here, 4 right here to make 6. And then another 8 right here, so that is 14 2Ks, which is pretty amazing. Sora is also really good at grabbing cards from your trash back to hand. This deck does run into the issue of, hey, there's cards in your trash that you milled. Hey, you want them on the field, like your babies. You want your babies to have back in hand so you can replay out your bigger characters. So Sora has the ability on play, trash your card from your hand. Then, if your Dawn is less than your opponent's, you get to add a Vinsmoke character with 4,000 less power back from your trash to your hand, which is a very powerful ability. So Judge and Sora is how you add back the Germa siblings from the graveyard. And then finally, you're playing 4 copies of the Stage, Kingdom of Germa 66. This card has always been amazing. It's a field spell that says add a main, trash a card from hand, load the top 3 cards to your deck, and add a Germa 66 card from your deck to hand, and place the rest in the bottom of the deck in any order. Helps facilitate the deck and makes it way more consistent. Anyway, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. This is a super hyper aggro control deck that has some real huge potential in the upcoming meta. I did consider, like I said, playing the blocker Rejiu, but I didn't know what to cut for it. I felt like this is already as small as the package you can possibly get. I could cut this brother out entirely, but I didn't feel like that was right. So this is the ratios I came up with. So I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you all in the next one, and you have a wonderful day.